Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power. Welcome to the hunt for the Blue October. The situation is such that there is a submarine that has been hijacked. The USS Trepang. Now, this is supposedly loosely based on a real scenario. In October 1978, the FBI arrested 3 men on charges of conspiring to steal the USS Trepang. I don't know if you can actually crew a submarine with 3 men, but okay. The FBI discovered the plot when 2 of the accused conspirators contacted an undercover agent seeking funds for training and supplies. So, I don't know if they were part of the Navy, but at any point they required training. Hey, can you help us train to steal a submarine? Sure. After stealing the submarine, the conspirators intended to kill the crew. I don't know what, all 150 of them. Put out to sea and rendezvous with an unidentified buyer. What if they had succeeded? That's what this scenario is about. Now, we are not in command of the Trepang, we are hunting the Trepang, and our objective is to do that inside this search area here. Our own submarine is the Skipjack, SSN 585. And, of course, we have a slight disadvantage being a Skipjack. Skipjack is not as advanced, it is not as quiet, it does carry a hefty load of torpedoes. Really? That would be fast. It's only 16 miles out. I can shoot that already if I wish to. It says, note, USS Trepang is more advanced design than your old Skipjack. She's quieter, better armed, has better sensors, and can dive deeper. But of course, you're smarter than the AI, aren't you? Why, yes, of course. I'm kind of surprised we picked this thing up already. Because it's really quick. She's at a depth of 95 feet. We're at a depth of 95 feet. So maybe it's just a matter of closing in. I want to figure out what this thing is before rushing into it, because if this is something that is capable of using a towed array, well, that will make things much, much more difficult to sneak up on. As for my own capabilities, I can do decent speeds. I can do 28 knots. It's not Los Angeles. It's far from an alpha, but it's decently quiet. I can have a towed sonar array out. Let's get that towed. What? Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. There's another one. Sneaky, sneaky. Interesting. So this is not necessarily our contact. We might have more. We might have more. Alright, I'm going to go very deep. I'm going to head in. And we're going to see if we can find this guy. I suspect one of these... Oh, urgent. USS Trepang positively identified. We cannot allow her to fall into Soviet hands. Use any means necessary to prevent her escape from the search area. Any means. So, you are hostile. Then what does that make you? Are you potentially a Soviet sub? Come again? Okay, a neutral Soviet warship. On a course of 269, so they're rushing into the search area. That's not necessarily what I want to see them do, because that will make my life much more difficult. I'm going to keep listening in on both of these to get a full identification on them. I don't know if it's an LA. Because the LA started, what, 688? Yeah, it could be that the Trepang is an LA. If it's an LA, that means it's going to have a towed array. Where's my depth? 386? Sorry, my depth is 259, but there's a thermal layer at 386. You're a neutral? You're a neutral Soviet. Until I start shooting this guy up. Sure. Okay. If they are indeed trying to escape, and I shoot them, then I can be pretty sure that this Soviet submarine is going to turn hostile on me. Okay. Now the water isn't deep enough here to warrant going very deep. Oh, hi! Didn't see you there. And that's why I should use the unit viewer more. I have a P3, at my disposal. It's going to take them half an hour to get here. And it's also going to require them not getting shot out of the sky, but whatever this is. If that's a Kara, it's going to have a pretty decent AA capability. 30 miles. Not to be underestimated. So if this thing does turn hostile, this is their no-fly zone. Which means that that submarine is safe. That is not great. A head standard. Let's see if we can close the distance a bit. Because if I shoot now, and that submarine picks it up and starts running away, I am not that likely to have a good hit. Because my torpedo will run out of fuel before it gets there. Now, I think what's happening here is this thing is trying to run 10 knots. This contact here, 7006. That means that they can't because they're too shallow. They cannot do that without cavitating. That gives me at least some time to catch up. Course 089. There. I'm doing 15 knots, so I'm closing in, but that'll take a while. And I have lost contact with this submarine, so I don't know what their capabilities are. I don't know what type of submarine it is. But most of the time, a NATO submarine will beat out a Soviet. So that's what I'm banking on. I think it's safe to say that the enemy is now aware of our presence, because they just sent a Mark 48 greeting card in my general direction. I'm going to change course and start to flank. I've already been detected, so I might as well start cavitating. And this is going to hopefully get me out of the path of that Mark 48 before it becomes a problem. I will shoot back with 3 torpedoes. I might not have guidance over them, but at least I'll be able to give that sturgeon, because that's what we're hunting, a sturgeon. I'll give them a run for their money. These Mark 48s are going to have to hunt for themselves. I doubt I'll be able to guide these things. Yeah, I'm already losing the wire on all of them, I think. So, no guidance there. They'll just have to start hunting. In the meanwhile, we're going to run as quick as we can. They will most likely have heard that launch. Yeah, they know. Because you can already see that there's a noisemaker in the water. And they, too, are running around. What the hell happened to the seabed? That's weird. As for whatever this Soviet sub is doing, I don't know. I don't know if they've turned hostile or not. And something else that I don't know, where is that torpedo going? Because these things are fast, right? They're 50 knots. This is more or less where they were. So it'll take them almost no time to get to me. This is problematic. 50 knots means that they're doing a substantial range. I might be able to get out of the Saker cone. But Mark 48s are not as easily fooled as a Mark 46. So I'll have to try and get to these merchants. Not to use them as cover. At least I don't intend to use them as a ship that the Mark 48 will lock onto. No, I intend to have these things provide some sound coverage for me as I try to reacquire the contact over there. As for the Soviet ships, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their intent is. Let's see what these Mark 48s are going to do. I'm going to slow down a bit. Streaming the total rate. There's the Mark 48. Oh, shit. There's the Soviet again. You sent at least one Mark 48 there and another one there. This is problematic. And another one. Okay, hold. How far away are we? We're 9 miles out. 9 miles out. Considering that these things do 50 miles an hour, that means that they cover 0.8 miles in a minute. 0.8 miles in a minute. So 9.83 miles 9.83 miles divided by 0.83 means I got 10 minutes to get out of the way. Because this thing is going to rush itself in. So, considering that, it's going to take 11 minutes to get here. I can do 28 knots. So divide that by 60. I'm doing 0.4 miles in a minute, sort of 0.46 miles in a minute. So in 11 minutes, I can be 5 miles away from my present position. So I can be right about there at flank speed. That should be far enough away. So I think that right now is my best bet. Goodbye. All ahead flank. Run. Run, 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 run. And hopefully that's going to allow my torpedoes to still end up in their general vicinity. While not having to worry about that Mark 48 that's speeding towards me. I could throw a decoy out. A noisemaker at this point is not going to be useful. A mobile submarine simulator is a 10-inch diameter decoy used to decoy enemy sonar away from the launching submarine. The mast is capable of simulating the self-noise of a submarine as well as its active sonar. I don't think I've ever used that thing as an active sonar. What? Why is there an AT-2 in the water? And another one? AT-2s are airdropped. That's a noisemaker? What the hell are you? You're a... Now I'm very confused. The SSN-14B, does that drop an AT-2? Because why would this neutral ship be fighting back against the Blue October? Not that I'll ever find it with that weapon. There he is. They're still running around. I don't think my Mark 48s are going to be able to find that thing. Unless I set them up to snake, but I don't think I can do that. No. The hell are... That's a Krevac, isn't it? Still begs the question. Why? Why is a neutral ship shooting back? Because I don't know of a submarine that launches an AT-2. Curious. Now I'm going to keep running. And make sure that we get the hell out of the way. As long as this thing stays neutral and doesn't shoot me, I'm perfectly fine with it. As for that NATO... as for that submarine that we're trying to hunt, they might be getting jumpy about the fact that there are AT-2s coming for them. I think that's a new noisemaker. 7016. Is he still there? No. Cavitating like crazy. There's another AT-2. Why are you sending AT-2s over here? I don't... The only reason why there would be an AT-2 here is if something decided to throw an AT-2 at the general launch direction of my Mark 48s. But this thing is neutral. And it's neutral to me as well. So why would a neutral do a snapshot? That's something I don't really understand. This is nice information, by the way. I guess they added that recently. What I'm kind of missing is, okay, what's my own noise? Because the ocean noise is 78 decibels, fine. What's my own? Okay, I had 1/3. Need to reacquire those torpedoes. No! No, 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 no. Search depth 278. Is there a layer? There is not a layer. I think this thing has acquired. Flank. Noisemaker. Turn, skipjack. PD. Oh, brother. This is problematic. That thing can run at 55 knots for a rather large period of time. I can already hear it. Noisemaker, change course. Is he falling for that? There's the skipjack. He's falling for it, briefly. Change your depth. Oh, I can't pop another one yet. 3, 2, 1. Decoy out. There's skipjack. This is gonna get exciting. He's changing course. He's locking onto... I have no idea what. But hey, you go east. Perfectly fine. I'll see you somewhere else. Because I'm running away. This thing hasn't locked onto a merchant, has it? There's the other 2 Mark 48s. Slow down. Yeah, he's... Really? Oh, great. They just sent another. My Mark 48s are searching, but unable to find anything. Last known location of the Sturgeon is, well, there-ish. Oh, sorry, the Trepang. Oh god. It's coming around. They can't see me yet. Alright. That's 12 miles out. So we got some time. That's 50 knots divided by 60 is 0.83 times 12.6 is 10.5 minutes. No. It's 12 miles. So it's 12.6 divided by 0.83 is 15 minutes before that torpedo gets here. I've still got 19 torpedoes left. If I shoot 3 torpedoes in this general direction, there's a decent chance I'll hit that Soviet submarine, and I'm not sure if we're at war with the Soviets yet. There's the bastard. So I'm not so sure if I'm allowed to shoot them yet. The Soviets, that is. Also, the enemy of my enemy is now my friend. Sort of. So I'm not sure if this guy is going to be throwing more torpedoes against the Trepang here. It's now slowed down to 40 knots and it's doing its search. Conserving some fuel, I bet. Okay, we're gonna head south at flank speed once again. This thing will not be able to find me because it's just searching in place. These things are searching in a snake mode, but they're not actually finding anything. Unfortunately, I've lost track of the torpedo for now, so I'll just have to kind of guesstimate where that thing's going to be. There's the other AT-2 again. He's popping noisemakers as well. So you must be worried. Anybody see a submarine? There. Like a Victor? Oh, the P3's here! Hi. I totally didn't forget about you. Don't worry. We're gonna splash a whole bunch of noisemakers and then probably throw a bunch of Mark 46s at him. While Skipjack here keeps running away. Because I am not really in a great position with Skipjack to go hunting, because I am being hunted, but the submarine can't hunt this. Also, with a few more sonobuoys, I might be able to pick up where that Mark 48 is and start predicting where I need to go myself. That's a noise. It's doing 10 knots. Throw 2 torpedoes at him. And when you're done, I need you to throw a couple of sonobuoys in a line to keep me apprised of that position of the torpedo. Come on, P3. Good lord, look at this Krevac dropping noisemakers. 2 torpedoes out. I was worried they were going to hit the bottom there. Oh yeah. 7042 is not a submarine, it's a noisemaker. But there is a submarine quite close to it. And I wonder if these things have it. I think they do. They're running at 36 knots, they've acquired. And the Trepang can only run slightly slower than that. Just ignore that waypoint. That looks like a submarine to me. Status, still running 28 knots due south. Excellent. Ooh, you in trouble, friend. You're in trouble. Noisemaker. Hit. That's it? Trepang has been destroyed with 1 torpedo? She won't fall into communist hands. Her loss will be officially attributed to an accident. Ah, yes. Are Soviet submarines really this much more sturdy relative to an American one? Because I've seen Soviet submarines take, I think, up to 5 Mark 46 torpedoes, like the airdrop ones. This thing took 1 and died. It's weird. It's almost like the Americans have less health. Actually, can I check that? Damage? Integrity, 50 out of 104. Okay. And you? Like, this thing has been destroyed, propulsion system has been destroyed, but the rest of it? I'm not sure why she's gone. Unfortunately, the game's not letting me select that submarine yet. Come here. What's the health on this guy? Mr. Rojovoy. 368. Okay. Feels high for a surface ship. He's still popping noisemakers. What are you worried about? My Mark 48s? Because they're probably going to run dry pretty soon. Go on, I need an ID so I can see what sort of health levels these things got.
On station. Buoy away. Roger, turn 308.
It's likely a Victor 1 or a Victor 2. Okay. There's the Mark 48. I'm gonna have to skip Jack. Just rush into that submarine. Because it's a friendly anyway, so why not? Fishing boat health? 32. Sorry, 65. No. It's just double the number, right? Yeah, kind of. Merchant. About 350 to 700. So what about that Soviet sub? Come here. Because if Soviet subs find themselves having 300 or 400 health, that would kind of explain why those things are so much more sturdy relative to the American ones. Yes, yes. Good enough. At 1/3. The problem is that these things might sound the same. The Victor 1 and the Victor 2 might sound exactly the same. Hold on. Let's go a different route. I'm going to just spawn something in. Because then I know exactly what I need to be looking at. Okay, what are we looking at? We are looking at a life raft. No. Spawn for task force. I need to spawn a submarine. Type. It has to be a Soviet Victor 2. Spawn in. And we now have Victor 2. What sort of health you got? 215. So, It's not that much better. It's very close to what the Sturgeon... what the Sturgeon had. Which means I simply don't understand why the Mark 46 killed it in one shot. I don't get it. Anyway, that was the hunt for Blue October. Thank you for watching. A bit of a weird, fast mission. But then again, if you can kill something with one shot, I mean, yeah, why not? Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for the next.